Hey, 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 hey. Hey guys, welcome and let us talk about the slap that was heard across the world. Ow. Yes, that particular slap, there are so many things that I want to touch on. There are so many different ways to talk about this entire Oscar situation between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Like, whoa, I am still in disbelief that that transpired. Really?
Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Like, I don't even think, I think that it will hit me like in 5 years.
So anyway, let me get into my talk, my review about the Will versus Chris Rock.
I'm ready!
Anyway, so I'm at home and I'm watching the Oscars, and it was being hosted by Regina Hall, Wanda Sykes, and Amy Schumer. Now, by the way, let me just say that all three ladies, they did an amazing job, a superb job. Big them up. Like, a very odd combination, but it worked on the night. So big them up for that. But let me just jump into the meat of the matter. The reason why we are all here listening to this brother talk, it is because, alright, so Chris Rock, the comedy veteran, he goes up to give out the Oscar for Best Documentary. Now, while he's doing that, he decides to just pop out a few jokes. And
if she loses, he can't win!
And then Chris Rock, he pivoted, turning his attention to Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. Alright?
Oh wow, Jesus Pim, yes. He went there, he made a G.I. Jane reference. Now if you don't know who G.I. Jane is, remember when Demi Moore did play they played this female character in that one movie where she basically shaved her head because she didn't want to go in and, you know, do the thing army style.
What's your favorite food, honey? Maybe we could get you something to eat.
No, in the video, you know, Will Smith, he started laughing, you know, in factory settings laugh. And the audience actually chuckled at the joke as well. But it looked like, say, when Will looked on Jada's face, she was not having it.
Ugh.
How dare you laugh about it?
Jada was visibly perturbed. She did vex. She cut her eye them so hard till one of her eyelash them completely consumed her eyeball. So then Chris Rock, he's up there awkwardly laughing, and when he noticed that Jada was actually really upset. And you see people, come on, listen time, draw close. You see when it comes to women, the joke is not funny until them co-sign it. Babe, can you believe that my dad is saying that my head is big? Well, I mean...
I feel away!
Because what a lot of people still didn't know was that Jada is dealing with alopecia. Now, that is the partial or complete absence of hair from areas of the body where it normally grows, aka baldness. And also what people don't realize is that Jada have powers. She not named JPS for no reason. Because the truth of the matter is, she can be your light, but she can also be your darkness. Because you see, basically, when Jada did this, she was signaling to Will Smith that thy will be done. And Will, as her husband, decides say, I'm gonna just Olivia Pope the situation.
Consider it handled.
So while Chris Rock is still on the stage, awkwardly smiling like the donkey in a Shrek, Will is smoothly walking towards the stage, and all this time, I am just hearing the soundtrack.
Uh-oh, Richard!
Chris is up there like a groomer with him wife in a one chapel. Then out of the blue, Will Smith switched. Oh, hey. And so Will just switched that walk and gave Chris one rock to his face.
I'm glad I come out, comes to this. Nah, like, I fear it's just going to sit me never there, so I'm just choke myself.
That was a pimp slap. Like, no man, they slap, they say, you owe me money. That slap said reclaiming my time. That slap said everybody hates Chris. No, man, not like Chris must feel the whole of Black History in that slap there. No, but still in disbelief about the rotted box that he got. Like, Jesus, Pim. Now, Will, I do not know if it was because Beyonce was in the audience why you decided to go up there and go and give Chris And you see the way how Will just left the stage after doing that to Chris? Jesus, him just did a walk off like one teenager was just losing virginity. Watch pride, watch confidence, watch assurance. While poor Chris up there trying to gather himself and just make sense of what was happening. This was Chris's jawbone. On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. Imagine the Will Smith slap you in the face in front of millions of people across the globe.
I shoulda missed. I shoulda missed.
My mind is just telling me, not Will Smith, not the Prince of Bel-Air, out here without fair. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, alright, I definitely kind of understand exactly why you got in one little fight and your mom got scared now. Yeah. You a smooth criminal. So anyway, Will gets back to his seat and starts letting Chris have it.
Nick likes name out your mouth. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a...
You want fight? No.
No, I don't like how the white lady here behind him just a laugh. She enjoyed this too much. While poor Lupita is just sitting there trying to mind her business in all of her black girl magic like...
Butterfly in the sky.
Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a...
Like, round of applause. Cause say what you will, that is a brave moment. That is a badass moment. Like, you have to give him props. I totally can understand him defending his wife like that.
No! I'm going to, okay?
But you see, this face that Will Smith was giving, that is a Caribbean's father face. And everybody who born in the Caribbean don't know it. That face is the reason why many children have never been hit by their dads. Rashid, come inside now. Alright, daddy, alright. So after that exchange, and I guess everyone in the audience and in television land were still trying to come to grips with this entire moment in history, Chris Rock said this.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
And honestly, he's right. This is probably going to be one of the most iconic Oscars ever. Like, people will never forget this moment. The Oscars has been asking for viewership. They've been begging for ratings. And trust me, they got it plus tax this year. So here are my final thoughts and lessons. You see, when you make an action, be prepared for a possible reaction. Now, Will Smith, he, I guess, was trying to defend his wife. And so Chris Rock became that target. Chris Rock made a joke, and I think it was a low-hanging joke, probably not a... You know, like how people make fun of the Kardashian or Kim Kardashian and her sex tape in 2022? It's like certain things is just like, maybe this was not the best joke or the most effective joke, but I could understand, you know, I can understand, you know, him trying to make the humor. But the fact of the matter is that Jada was uncomfortable and Will felt like he had to defend his woman. And now, you know, at some point in time they were friendly, but up until 2016, when Jada, she was upset that Will didn't get nominated that year for a movie that he was in, and so she asked a lot of the actors and black people to boycott the Oscars that year. And that was the same year where Chris Rock, he was actually invited to host the Oscars, and he went up there and said this.
He's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Understand how Will and Jada might not be very fond of him from that moment leading up to now. So when he goes up on the stage and said it's like, me can understand how that, you know, you're adding insult to injury, especially while his wife is dealing with alopecia. I totally get his frustration, but Will should not have done that. Him should have go up there and hit Chris Rock. Like, nah, it shouldn't have happened.
So we are here to
the next thing I want to say is that comedy is so subjective. We're now entering a space where we really have to examine what is comedy and what is funny and all of these things. And who? Because maybe Jada would have laughed at that joke had it been somebody in her family who said it. Might be somebody, maybe if Tyler Perry or maybe if even Wanda Sykes said it, maybe the joke would have come across differently. But because there is probably some friction between her and Chris Rock, it stained, it felt different. And so moving forward, I'm very eager to see how society will look at this. Spice, you have one other punani song for go and write about now.
Jada Pinkett a entangle pum pum. Will Smith slap a man a defend the pum pum. Chris Rock. Bad mind cause him not get the pum pum.
Because I just think there is something special about Jada Pinkett Smith. This woman, I feel that she is the queen of intimacy. I feel that there's something about her that gets into the minds of men, especially when it's like they can be coerced, they can be, I don't know, I feel like she has a charm. That's her thing. Jada might not be the woman with the biggest body and the biggest hip and the biggest stuff, but what she possesses is a certain charm that it comes about in her intimacy. I'm not talking sexual intimacy. I feel like Jada is able to really get into and to stimulate a man's mind. I feel like that is her superpower. And so I don't feel like she's asking men to operate like that. I feel like men just feel like they want to honor her because she earns that position. Something about her just special and good like that. Chris, big up your TOK self. You're 100% solid like a rock. You represented your surname really well. Because for you go up there and for go take that slap in your face, I just never move. Your teeth, they're still in your mouth, still a stand up firm. And I appreciated the fact that even though you did mess up and probably make one little joke with it unnecessary, the fact that you didn't escalate the situation, I have to commend you because it could have gone further. Because when Willa walked back, may I tell you, if it was a Jamaican man or certain other people, may I tell you, would have run down Will and give him a fly kick to the back of his head, and then it would have been an all-out brawl at the Oscars. So I'm glad you kept it there and never escalate the situation. Another thing is that Will is familiar with this. And I think I don't think this moment will hurt Will because he's aware of how these type of relatable politics, how it functions right now in today's society. He even said this in an interview because at some point in time, some years ago, he hit somebody a male who tried to kiss him.
Come on, man, what the hell is your problem, buddy? All right.
I remember when one of the reporters tried to kiss me, and I slapped him, right? So I was in Russia, so I get back and I'm pissed, like that somebody think because you famous they get to do whatever they want to do to you. So if you slapping the dude in Russia, he said, I just want you to know you'll never make a better piece of entertainment. He said, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. He said, me and B, we got a show tonight. We talked about it after, and he was like, it was such a breath of fresh air to see you just be authentic, right? That's what you were feeling, and that was like one of the first things. And I was like, because I'm like, it was my natural reaction, but it was like
my space. I'm from Philly, like
but I thought that it would be negative and everything, and in this new social media world, it actually, the authenticity was accepted and respected.
And so he is aware right now that in 2022, he will get a lot of supporters because he ain't no dummy.
Keep my wife's name out your...
Now, you done piss me off.
And I feel that this wasn't just because of, might have been because, he was just defending his wife and alopecia. But I think really and truly, it's a sum total of everything. He's human. You get me? He's human, and the idea that he has to just put on this show, I think he's fed up of it. And I feel that moving forward, we're going to see a more authentic Will. Because remember, people have Will as the corny guy, and he's done a great job of packaging himself as the black man who articulates himself well. He doesn't curse, he does pure music, he's the family man. But remember, Will is still that Philly dude. And so I think at this point in time, he also just wants to remind us that, listen, don't get it twisted. You get me? Don't get it twisted, not time, not all. And so, I'm not going to hold this against Will because I'm still a big Will Smith fan. And I think he had a human moment. I think Chris Rock should have probably refrained from saying that. It just was unnecessary. Just go and give the Oscar and keep it cute. All right? And so both of them are wrong, but I just hope that they'll be able to come to some agreement. But what I do like is the conversations that this moment has started. Like, how do black men show up and defend their women? There are conversations about just in terms of how black people operate in traditionally white spaces. Then the whole idea that the racial politics, the fact that Chris Rock won't be pressing charges because you know that issue that black people, we're not gonna really take down another black man, even though we might vex. There's so many issues to be addressed, and it is all because of this situation. So burritos, let me just say this, you know what, I'm gonna pretend so we're in a Men in Black and this entire situation did not happen. That's it. Tata.